December 30th, 17 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. We are now here in the final part of the trial, and we are about to figure out once and for all what the motive is for Acro killing Russell Berry, the Ringmaster. So, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and yes, this will be the final video of this particular case. I can't believe it. Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? You're not. Which is kind of the reason why... Hey pal! You're gonna annoy me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? You've got some really tasty milk. How about a card drink, Detective? Oh. Well, you insist. Now about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, I've included the forensics results. Take a look at that later. Wouldn't Mr. Uncommon be mad that you were doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has been gone according to our plan. I don't know. Mr. Uncommon didn't seem to be in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What do you mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah! Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Two 2:27 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now back in session. Ms. Ron Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with this relationship to the victim. Okay. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Digling. Yes, Your Honor? Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, getting to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the Ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the Ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. Wow, that's young. I wanted to find a way to repay the Ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. He was such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, The witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Akko would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Akko kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. No need to question him, actually. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Akko would want the ringmaster dead? I can't provide one, actually. Nick. Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Akko killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Akko had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Akko, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Akko was trying to kill someone else? No. When you want us to present our profile, I wish it would go automatically on the profiles. Anyway, the original target was Regina.
Take that!
Regina Berry? This young girl in the ringmaster's daughter is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Akko, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! Only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Wow. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence. Now! I want to know why Akko would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Akko was out to kill this young girl. I think it's this note. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's a note.
Take that!
Akko, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Aqua wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the Plaza at 10 p.m. She was saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's one little problem. Problem? Uncle did indeed place his note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours is the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Could it be a game theory? Huh? Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the Ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The Ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Echo gave us earlier today. Lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I waited to do that, I ended up falling out the window myself. Uncle had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Uncle thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Uncle wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note was declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The Ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? Incident 6 months ago. Okay. The answer is, I know about, but if I choose this one, I get a humorous response with no penalty. So, I had to do this one just for the sake of a funny response. So, and I get no penalty in the end, so I'm gonna do it right now. Well.
Objection!
This is simple, Your Honor. If Mr. Phoenix Wright can't provide the facts for the so-called incident on the note, then there is no way to know whether this note is relevant or not. Moreover, one cannot prove any sort of motive for wanting to murder Regina Berry. Huh? Is that simple? Of course it's that simple. Nick, I thought you were going somewhere with this. This is getting ugly. All I can do to get out of this mess is have to prove the truth about what happened 6 months ago. Incident occurred 6 months ago. Okay, it wasn't that funny, but whatever. And now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that is relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Has its start? What do you mean, had its start? Whatever. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. I can't answer that question. The judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... this one.
Take that!
Achoo! 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 And oh! What kind of spicy joke is that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure of Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? What? Okay, I guess it's Bat.
Take that!
Who is this? That is Aqua's younger brother.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Aqua could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Aqua's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Aqua's brother? He's not the victim of an intended murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was more than that, actually. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. Well, what? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There was no way that Regina would ever incite the lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Aqua's brother, Bat. I think it's a scarf, actually. Yeah, it's a scarf.
Take that!
That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf was something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There was something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent retreatment? And Hummingbird? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of figuring a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like a judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Aqua nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Ha! Ha ha ha! It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bus on top of the Ringmaster, Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon, the bust the defense claims was used, if that were to be found in Echo's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Well, if I know Von Karma, she would already have had his room searched. So I'm going to see how things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Echo's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Echo's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Echo would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Echo directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Ha 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 ha. It looks like you lacked the final nail to put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the remaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems that this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings us to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Ow! Aren't you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Echo's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be fighting one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. Only way through is forward. murder weapon. Where's Max's bust now? Well, we can't say Lodging House because, or the Big Top, because those have already been searched, without any doubt. And the only place I can think of is actually on Acro right now. So we have to say somewhere in this courtroom. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. We cannot say the judge's bench, because that would give us twice the regular penalty. And it can't be the prosecutor's bench, obviously. So it has to be where Acro is. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Ha 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. Why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How can you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search over your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor? Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother would sprinkle some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it would be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered on giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 5. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only a Maximilian of them. Really? Another pun? Thank you. What's wrong with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you're worrying about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Wow. She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro are never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that. Yep, Echo doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Echo not wanting revenge. Well, we have to present Bat's profile.
Take that!
Echo didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But Bat? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Echo has been caught... I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until we can meet Echo again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Echo. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay you a fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's a big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. That's quite the goal. Yay! I can't wait. And I guess that changes things. Huh? There is only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're going to help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Apple really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Echo's case, you need not worry. I'm planning to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh. Edgeworth. And that's the end of this case. Well, that does it for this case. And before I end the video, I want to say once again that this was my least favorite case of the entire franchise of Ace Attorney. And not just Phoenix Wright, but also the next game of Apollo Justice. That had a few bad cases too, but I don't think any of them are as bad as this one. That's my personal opinion, and you're free to disagree if you want, I don't care. But, in any case, next time, we're going to do the final case of this game, Farewell My Turnabout, which is, tons better than Big Top, and, well, you have to wait and see what happens. That case will probably take another 6 or 7 videos. I'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. And until next time, have a great rest of your day. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yes, it's very early on Christmas Eve right now as I record this. Although it'll be early February by the time you see it. Anyway, see you next time everyone. Take care.